After working with thousands of consumers over 28 years in the skincare and beauty industry, I can tell you that this one beauty practice is pretty much responsible for how your skin behaves. And that is exfoliation. From the frequency of exfoliation to the actual product to the concentration, you got to get it right. Otherwise, you're in for some problems. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nadia Ben-Shak-Poon. I'm the founder of the Doctrine.com, and that's where beauty meets health. I teach you tips and tricks on how to age your very best without intervention. We dive deep into exfoliation, a topic that's very often misunderstood, even by industry professionals. We've all heard it, exfoliate more to get glowing skin, to get rid of wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, acne. No, that is not the case. If that was the case, everyone will have great skin because exfoliants are everywhere. They're built into most of your products, whether they're serums, moisturizers. I've also seen them in sunscreen, which is madness. So there is the theory and then there's the practice. You're exfoliating your skin. That means you're revealing new skin that doesn't have pigmentation or reducing the depth of the wrinkle and so on. That is just theory. In practice, you are essentially just irritating the skin. You cannot force cellular turnover unless you use tretinoin and really harsh retinoids. But any type of exfoliation only removes the top layer unless you go in with very aggressive like chemical peels, which I do not recommend. So most exfoliation today, as it's being recommended, is designed for that short-term gain at the expense of your skin's health in the long term. You have the one face, you want to keep it healthy. On the flip side, under-exfoliation can leave your skin dull and dry and unable to absorb all the products that you are applying on it. And so we need to find that sweet spot, and that's what this video is about. So let's dive in. Let's first establish that your skin can exfoliate itself naturally and easily, except those enzymes that are responsible for exfoliating our skin. They cut the bonds between the live and the dead skin. They slow down, they get sluggish with age. So just keep that in mind. And so that's why babies and little kids don't need to exfoliate. Once you see that first blemish when you're a teenager, then you're just bombarded with recommendations to exfoliate and dry out those blemishes. And that's when a lot of people end up with a lot of trouble because that lifts off skin that's not ready to come off. It also creates a lot of texture. A lot of people fall into that vicious cycle trying to exfoliate the issue away, and it doesn't go away. And so we need to just scale back, and I will make two recommendations for those that are in their teens and 20s. And so if you're struggling with acne, texture, exfoliation is not the answer. The answer is to work on that acne from the inside out. And I have a course about that. I have a guide about that. I have so many resources on my website that teach you how to heal the acne naturally. Attacking it on the surface is not going to resolve your issue. You need to, in fact, increase your hydration, your moisture, protection with the zinc sunscreen. Zinc is actually more than just a sunscreen. It's anti-inflammatory, it's healing. I'll let you delve into that topic from one of my other videos or any of the resources that are on my website. Now, let's just keep with the exfoliation. I would recommend, while you're upping your moisture and your hydration and protection, you can then exfoliate about twice a week, no more than that. If you are a teenager or someone in their 20s that does not have all those issues, you have pretty steady skin that's aging normally according to your age, because you can be prematurely aging if you're being aggressive with the skin. But if your skin is behaving like it should in its teens and 20s, exfoliation twice a month is plenty, because you have a lot of enzymes naturally that are shedding that dead skin. That's what makes up the dust in your home. And so it comes off easily and naturally. So if you're just using a gentle exfoliant twice a month, you are helping that process along. You are renewing your skin faster, and that's perfect. That is the sweet spot. So you get in your 30s with normal skin, you can increase that frequency to about 3 times a month. So every 10 days or so, you could use an exfoliant that's suitable with your skin skin type. When you get into your 40s, that's when you need to step up the frequency. And when I say stepping up, it's not daily, it's never daily, it is once a week. And so if you do that, you will be just going with your body's natural processes, but just optimizing them gently to ensure that your skin is always nice and smooth. But if you have issues like wrinkles, pigmentation, acne, any of those throughout any of those decades, you don't want to be addressing them with exfoliation. That's the biggest mistake that most people and practitioners do, is recommend over-exfoliation. What you need to rather be doing is changing your lifestyle, your diet to support your skin, taking supplements internally to help with whatever. If it's pigmentation, there are supplements that can help with it. If it's wrinkles, you need to be increasing your protein intake and creatine. There are a bunch of different strategies that you can be deploying or applying in your life that can help you treat the specific issue. And also skincare. There are so many skincare ingredients that can help you fade pigmentation or plump a wrinkle that are not exfoliants. So exfoliation is overrated really when it comes to its benefits as far as reversing aging or getting rid of pigmentation. And even when you see that fast fading of hyperpigmentation, just know it will come back later because you're just causing a dysregulation in your melanocytes. So for pigmentation specifically, you want to be using ingredients that are going to target that pigment naturally, that boost your skin's antioxidant levels and so on. So there is niacinamide and vitamin C, azelaic acid. There are a ton of different ingredients you can be using that are not attacking that skin, trying to speed up exfoliation. Now, what is the best exfoliation method? Let's just say it's never a physical exfoliate. Anything that's granular, no matter how soft, how smooth, it does not belong on the face. The body is a different story, but the face, you should never use anything mechanical like a brush, abrasive like a scrub, none of that. So when I talk about exfoliation, it's just chemical and enzymatic exfoliation. So I'm gonna go through a few of my favorites. They're all on my website. Let's start with my favorite. This is Holy Bright by Agent Nature. This is what I use. I've been using it for many years now. It is ideal for someone that is dry and sensitive like myself. So if you're very dry, if you have mature skin, that would be really great. Or if you're sensitive at any stage, you've been recommended really harsh products, now your skin is really sensitized, obviously let it heal a bit. If you're gonna go back to using exfoliation, this would be a very good, safe choice. It's based on lactic acid and I adore lactic acid. It is the most compatible exfoliating agent, and by that I mean alpha hydroxy acid. So it's the most compatible with our bodies. It's found naturally in our bodies recognize it. It works beautifully. You don't need it in really high doses. I see it all over at 20-30%. You don't need that. If it's 5 to 7%, it exfoliates perfectly. Remember, we just need something to remove those dead skin layers. And if you can do it with something gentle, why go with something more aggressive? You're just causing irritation. Next is Glow Juice Refining Enzyme Mask. This has every exfoliating agent you can think of, but it's still very clean. It's made with natural ingredients. So you have enzymes, you have salicylic acid, and you have alpha hydroxy acids. I recommend this to my teenagers, to my clients in their 20s, anyone with textured skin, with issues, with acne. And so it's a little bit powerful, not too aggressive, but it can get the job done. Just make sure you're not sensitive. And if you're dry, you really aren't helping your skin too much with it. If you're dry, stick with the Holy Bright, but those that are oily, combination, problematic, acneic can do really well with this. Now from the same brand, this is Luna Rain Overnight Serum. So this is an exfoliating serum that also has your enzymes, your alpha hydroxys. I recommend this to my clients that are more mature but have solid skin. I'm not a good candidate for it because I have sensitive skin, but if you have solid skin, you can be dry and use it, that's totally fine, but you cannot be sensitive. Also, if you have hyperpigmentation, if you are dealing with wrinkles, as long as you're treating your skin well, and by that I mean you're not skipping on moisture, inside and outside, you're hydrating, you're taking care of the skin, you're using occlusives, you're not sensitizing it in any way, you can get away with the Luna Rain once at night. So don't follow what's on the packaging, because a lot of brands will tell you to use the product several times a week overnight. You don't need to do that. Once a week at night is plenty, and then make sure to remove it well in the morning. Another enzymatic mask. This is phenomenal, super high quality, by a brand called Audacité. I really like this. I've had it on my website for a long time. It's the bioactive rose gommage. So it's also a blend of enzymes as well as alpha hydroxy acids. And I believe it's got some, salicylic acid as well. And so anytime you see salicylic acid, just know that it is a beta hydroxy acid, so it can control excess oil production. This is ideal for those that are oily, acneic. Just don't overdo it. It does a beautiful job. Just use it once a week if you have solid skin, but that's also struggling with some issue, especially oil, acne, and texture. And the last product I'll talk about is a cleanser. I always hesitate recommending cleansers that are exfoliating. I actually had this intermittently on my website. So I had it for a while, I stopped carrying it, and then had it again, and then stopped carrying it. I really like to only recommend it when I'm talking to consumers, when I do a consultation face-to-face and I can control the recommendation. I would recommend it then, because there's that conversation. Because very often consumers see a product that is exfoliating, that's a wash, and they're like, okay, that's going to be my daily wash. No, we don't want to cleanse with something that has exfoliating agents morning and night. That's not going to get us good results. So something like this is great to boost your other exfoliants, so maybe once or twice a week. So it is a good booster to your existing mask or overnight exfoliating serum. Just don't overdo it. Or if you don't want to do a weekly exfoliant, then you can get away with using something like this, maybe every other day, just one wash. So obviously, I hope that you're washing your face morning and night. So this could be every other night. And that's, again, if you're not using any of the other products that I already covered. So just keep in mind, if you're exfoliating more, that does not mean that you're removing more dead skin. It's very possible you've removed the last bit of dead skin you had last week, and now you're just scrubbing or you're applying a mask and it's not doing you anything. There is dead skin, there's live skin that's still not ready to come off. So it's important to understand that. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully you scale back on your exfoliation if you have been overdoing it. If you're overzealous with it, trust me, your skin will love it 10-20 years from now. If you're ready to level up your skincare routine, visit thebeautydoctrine.com. I have so many resources for you and a curation of products that I vetted myself, that I use and that I recommend to my clients, that are super clean, compatible with human skin for the long term. And I know it sounds weird, but very few skincare products out there truly are. Until the next video, be well, be safe, be beautiful. Take care.